right, all right, all right.
What's up, everybody? What's up, Josh?
What's going on, guys?
59.
What's good, brother?
We got
Not too
Josh down
much.
there, if you didn't know. Having a ball, Pythons.
Always having a ball.
Having a ball. How you doing, Josh?
Doing great, Ken. How y'all doing?
Yeah. So
We're
Stan,
having
you
a
gonna
ball.
run- Yeah, we're having a ball. You gonna run chat?
We're
You
Florida boy
Well,
heavy
you run
tonight.
chat this week now.
All right, I'll run chat this week.
There you go.
We go back up here to the top, see who we got in here. Who was all in here? Chats be popping. It's gonna take me a minute. All right, girl next door, you was first. What's up? What's up?
Hi, Ronnie.
I couldn't think of her name. Thanks for saying it. What up,
No
Ronnie? Benji from New
Benji.
Zealand.
Benji Payne,
What's going on, dude?
the
You
man
got the
down
brother,
under.
Jay?
Green line.
What up, Jay? Good to see you, bro.
One of my favorite patches, by the way, that I have.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Dead man, brother. What's going on?
What up, Bits?
Bill. We
Bill?
got Bill.
What up,
from
Bill?
Victory Lane. Eric's Morph Factory. What up, dude?
What up, Eric?
Brave Adventure. What up, dude?
Brave.
We got this dude double
This
dipping.
guy.
He is
This
double
guy
dipper.
double dipping over there.
This guy.
Double dipper. What's up,
Big
Sammy?
Sammy the
the
Bull.
Bull.
What up, MIP Sammy?
We got a cool mofo right here in Jay Slithers. What up, dude?
Yep.
Oh, Lucky Rob's up in the house. What up,
What's going on,
Lucky
Rob?
Rob?
What up, Rob?
Oh, look at this. We got Chucky up in here.
Big
What up,
Chuck.
Chucky.
I'm so done.
All right, we got 20, so you know what time it is. Hellos.
And we're back.
Totally worth it.
Totally worth it. Eric B, what up, dude?
What's
What
going
up,
on, Eric?
Eric B?
See, we just roll with it here. It's not a big deal. It's the truffle shuffle, and we go on.
Cat
What up, Cat
Eyes.
Cat eyes.
One of my cool mofos. How's it going? Coco Doll, that's Rock's wife. What up?
Coco.
We got Mr. Wood up in here. Wood for President 2024. Let's go.
What up, brother Kurt? I got your
Yeah.
cooch. I'll kick you right in your cooch.
Chooch. What up, Blakers? There's a cool
Blakers.
mofo. We'll just throw her up again because she is a cool mofo. Let me tell you.
I'm surprised she's got time to be in here. She ain't commenting somewhere or something.
Yeah, right?
Comments. Goodness gracious.
So I got to announce that because I didn't do my show Monday because I was busy as a mofo. So I'll announce that in a minute. But Cat Eyes, you won. You won it this week.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, winner, winner, chicken dinner. What's good,
What up?
Ryan?
What up, Ryan? So I'll admit,
What's up, Justin?
I double booked this week. Like I had you on the schedule, but I told Ryan the 9th, and then we talked about it. And I was like, yeah, sure, we're still on, dude. Not realizing he was talking about this 9th. But thank God for Ryan that he's a cool dude, and I just put him at the end of the list. So we'll be back. Look at my hair tonight. It's all going crazy.
You put Ryan at the back of the
green
list?
screen's eating
You
it.
put Ryan at the back of the list.
He got put on the bottom of the list. Like,
How
At
dare you
least
even
on
think
the
of
list.
doing that, bro?
he's on the list, dude. He's on the
What
list.
up, Big Wiz?
It's the whiz time. What up, dude?
Flapping them, flapping them. Flap those wings.
Caw,
In the
caw.
house.
Let them fly, baby. Let them fly.
What up, dude? Old man Pies. What up,
Oh,
dude?
man, Pots.
Surprise.
Oh man, look at my pies. I don't know what AJ says. We all wound up tonight. Tommy, what up, dude?
What up, brother Tommy?
Valley World Gecko. This is a nice logo.
We got Sun Dog.
Hey.
What up?
What's going on, Josh?
Oh, look at that. Hold on a minute. Hold up a minute.
Yay. Yay, yay. Shout out, shout
Show
out.
that again. Show that again.
Sun
That's
Dog
a Sun
Serpent.
Dog Serpent shirt. What up? There's no slacking on the back either. Look at that.
Nah. I got one of their hats. Love it. Thing fits
That's what's
perfect,
up.
and it is dope.
Oh, yeah. Local love, Florida people right there. Sarah and
You
Josh
know?
are good folks. Check
Yes,
out
they
their
There's
are.
Grace
Instagram.
from Pythons. We got her coming up. Her
Hey,
and I don't know if
Jamie.
Jamie.
she's gonna be
Thanks for
on,
coming
but
out.
she's coming up. She's on the list.
She's on the
There's
list.
Patrick from Mac O'More. What up, dude?
What's good, Patrick?
What's up, Patrick?
With a company name like Macklemore's, I thought he was going to be like some 21-year-old little millennial punk. Not
Yeah.
it. He's like my age and cool. Not what I expected. I did not call you a middle-aged little punk, dude.
I heard
said
it.
you
I'm
was
pretty
cool.
sure it was just in the
What's
line.
good, Eddie?
What's up,
What
Eddie?
up, Eddie? There's Jesus. I said it.
Auction
What's up,
God.
brother?
I
Brother
thought he was going
Jesus.
to be, but he's not. See?
I know. I haven't been seeing him at the auctions. I've been actually winning stuff here lately.
The
No,
auction god put the brakes on. Anyone
He's on a
else? in here?
standstill.
He needed to be. He was getting there
Yeah,
quick.
there's plenty of people in there, bro.
Yeah, everyone. Upstate. What up, dude? So there's another 30.
What up,
We
Tom?
hit 30. We hit 21. What are you doing down there,
What up, Justin?
What's
Get
up,
on
Pressure?
up here. Get on up
I
here.
know, man. I thought Florida was taking over tonight.
No, you still got outnumber me. I mean, it's 2-1, but 3-1. Why not? All right, we're all caught up, I think.
It's
You want me to
That,
call in the Florida troops?
it's the yins versus the y'alls.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
Yenzer. Get out of here. So, Josh, for anyone out there that might not know you, just give your quick elevator pitch. Who you are, where you're from, what
Right.
you do.
Having a ball pythons. I'm in Florida. I mainly work recessive projects. Prefer dark genes. The darker, the better.
Hoorah.
I play with a lot of dinker stuff. It's just like my passion in it. You know, trying to play with different stuff and trying to isolate polymorphism and stuff.
He
But,
plays with his dinker
I play with my dinker.
all the time.
I do. I've been working a couple different dinker lines for like 6-7 years now. So
More than one dinker?
yeah.
Do
Okay.
you say that out in
I
public?
double dinker it.
That's cool. That's just awesome. You can't get no better than double dinker. I mean, you was
That's
double
right.
dipping in the chat, double dinking on life. You know, you sound like you're living the dream.
Yeah, I try. I kind of just stay in my lane and I do what I like. I don't really chase
Right.
a lot of people or
Exactly.
a lot of projects. So a lot of my stuff's kind of all over the place, but it'll all come to a glorious continuum at some point.
You just don't know when that point is.
About 6 years is my goal.
Oh, so you got a goal point? All right.
Oh yeah, I got a goal point.
Everything has a plan. Everything has a
I got
plan.
a couple goal points, but you know, breeding these double hets and then those double hets and then breeding a visual double het for this and then something else to tie in the other gene to get the 4 or 5 genes together that I'm trying to get together. It takes time raising babies and holdbacks and making new pairings and making more holdbacks and trying to tie other stuff in it. So
What's up, Vanna?
Banner on here. Yes, there she is. What
There
up,
she is.
Banner? Sorry,
What's going on,
I was
Banner?
getting my YouTube on this. So,
Kurt wants to know
really
if you
wanted
play
to-
with your dinkers in Publix.
Sometimes, but not really. They're still kind of a secret, so I just like to play with my dinkers in private.
dinkers in private.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing
Behind
really wrong
closed
with that.
door.
I think
Behind
that's
closed
the respectable thing to do.
Sometimes
To-
I wear
to-
a Batman mask and put a belt around my neck and play with my dinker. But,
Someday he'll come
Hey.
out. Someday he'll come
Hey.
out.
We didn't need to know all that. That was TMI. The
Yeah.
whole the Batman mask thing, that's a little weird. I mean, but hey, it's your
Yeah.
thing, right? It's
my
your thing, right? It's
Don't
your
hate.
thing, right? So I wanted to get into gene talk a little bit this week.
Okay.
When I first started, like, you know, finding out what you do, you know, with these dinker projects, like they really just like catch my eye. But it's just like when I think about it, I don't have the room to do dinkers. I would have to sell everything and get like 2 or 3 dinkers and work it. And
Right.
you got a couple interesting going on over there. Like, I know you said you didn't want to get into it much, but I want to get into it a little.
Oh, for sure. Like I said, I brought the Supergirl in, and I got a couple different ones that are in this rack here or something that really got it in it too. But the Super is the real impressiveness about it. I mean, it really looks good in single form too, to be honest. But it's all in preference. The Super form is just so extreme that it's like, oh my god, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, and then,
well, if you're talking about it, be about it. If you got it, whip it out.
Well, here.
He's
Pause.
grabbing for his dinkers. Pause. Pause.
So this would be like single form with pastel. You get a lot of these like black spikes that come up from the bottom. It pretty much reduces the back pattern into a thing, and then the tail almost splits and goes very, very clean with the blacks, almost like zebra-like, but it's definitely not.
So that's your dinker with pastel.
Yes.
All
You get a
right.
lot of these like floating split alien heads that wrap over the back. The eye stripe. If I can get it to hold still. The eye
You
stripe.
say the tail. You said the tail is almost like a Mackenzie.
Yeah, it's almost like it is almost like zebra-esque or Mackenzie like, but it's definitely an incomplete dom. I've got supers.
Now,
I like
see,
that.
I
That's
think
nice.
it's different. I'm just going to be different. I think it's different.
You get a lot of these like split bubbly alien heads here. See, like there's 3 little tiny ones next to each other instead of a single.
She's quite bubbly.
The dorsal fades right out too.
Yeah, the pastel really doesn't work.
Now, you've had that since a hatchling, right?
This one here I produced last year. Yeah.
So does the dorsal keep getting lighter as it sheds, or no?
It is.
Or
It is blushing.
it
It is blushing a lot more. When this thing was born, it was so like Georgia peach colored, almost pink. It was insane, and then it just kind of turned into a normal pastel looking snake. So I was thinking, kind of might be something in there that's brightening, but with everything else I pair it with, it gets real dark. So
that thing's just neat.
But the most of it, it's just like a dorsal enhancement gene. It just really goes. Like, hold on, let me get this one. So like, when you look at the super.
Oh, there she is.
Those black spikes that come all the way up through. That dorsal pattern is just like lightning zigzaggy, and then out to the tail, it splits out and it almost goes into a solid line, just like the other one.
Right. It did get wider towards the tail. That's weird.
Mm-hmm. And then you got
show that belly.
Those real broad eye stripes that curl up on top of the head, almost to a horn. And then
look at that. This one freaks me out.
You get this zipper. This solid zippered belly line all the way through the middle down.
What up, bro? Row 5.0. That's the fam.
So I mean, it goes all the way.
I'm glad he could take a break from COD to join us tonight. That's much appreciated, bro.
Oh snap! He might be feeding.
So with black pastel, it really didn't do much except for really clean and polish everything and darken the lines through the middle. But it definitely put those double horn eye stamps on it. And it definitely checkered up the belly a lot.
And them lines are just super crazy because, like, in most of them, that black, like where the tie tracks are, basically.
Well, see,
like up on the belly.
The single jeans get them thick to the edge. The super pulls all that stuff right to the middle.
And say that's wild.
So this is just, I mean, you see how super like dark and clean and uniform everything. This is a black pastel. You see, it's got these like weird bubbly alien heads here too. It really, I mean, it doesn't do a whole lot visually with black pastel, except for take that tail stripe and make it solid all the way through to the end, just like everything else.
Huh.
Gave it the nice eye horns and the curls.
Interesting.
Very.
But man, let's see. This is a different dinker I'm working here. This one's only about 4 years in. It gets these white circles down its side. I'm really trying to get it to stretch out here, and it's
Who's
not.
got the unhappy dog? You,
Go,
Josh?
shut up. Yeah.
I
See how it gets
was
these
gonna
white.
say, did
these
you
white
steal Kent's
circles.
dog, Stella?
White circles down its side, and it chains together some of the patterning up by the neck usually.
And that's just a single gene as well?
Yes, this is just a single gene of a different dinker.
Okay.
And you see how
wow.
it ties a lot of stuff together. It brings out all these big white circles down the belly. Like, that's what it really does. I mean, it shows a little more drastic on this side. See? It shrinks them alien heads up top and puts white dots underneath them.
Huh.
Kind of chains it a little bit together and does some peppery granity type stuff up here. Like I said, I mean, it's probably just a normal that has like that polymorphic expression, and I've caught it and reproduced it, but it's definitely neat, and I kind of like the fact that it's not like anything else really.
I'm on it.
With these like I'm really trying to figure out a super or something, and hopefully it has like these white flowery circles that just go all the way down and shrink them alien heads like that, because that would be ideal. That's what I'm trying to aim for.
Sammy
Just something
Smurf.
that's like double spotted.
Sammy's been smurfed.
He's been blued. That's pretty cool, though. I don't know. Like, dinkers they're interesting. I mean, you could work something and it could be just polymorphic, and then
Exactly.
the next one you work and you get a pretty funky super out of it.
So I mean,
So,
like, it's really hard for me to believe, like I said, that a new gene even could exist today. It's just like inbreeding and genetic mutation and polymorphism, isolation. There could be locale or any kind of food reasoning or whatever. They'll change patterning and they'll adjust. Nature's gonna do it. You know what I mean?
right.
And
So,
even though that gene's mutated, it'll genetically read as something different than, say, asphalt or something. You know what I mean? It'll read genetically different. So like Barnhart black pastel versus black pastel.
right.
It's proven black pastel, but when you test it for black pastel, it's negative. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just a genetic mutation of a line that's been isolated and line bred to itself over years, to where it's separately genetically mutated itself from the original gene.
Right.
So I mean, it all kind of spurs from a normal. Either way you look at it, just like we all spur from something, whether you believe it's monkeys or whatever you believe.
I didn't evolve from no sea monkey. I know that.
I'm just like it's kind of like trial and error in nature. And if you can take something that's special to you and isolate it, I mean, you're definitely not going to get famous quick. And I really suggest putting in some work. If you're going to try and invest in a dinker line, you really have to have some space to sift through animals and keep a lot of different holdback stuff, or have a way to either humanely dispose of them as food for something else, or something like that. Your overflow. That's not what you're looking for, because when you go after something, you really pick something that you like the like I was saying, I really liked how the ones that I got had them white bubbles that went all the way down the bottom of them, and it shrunk the alien heads up toward the dorsal. And I was just like, okay, well, if I can isolate this
If you could isolate
and
that, yeah.
just line it to itself over and over and over, I think 10 years, you know what I mean? It'll take you to really have enough animals and enough proof to be like, who cares what you say? Look at this, look at that, look at this, look at that, look at this, and then try and show me something that's like it. You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
I'll
Yeah.
gladly, I'll gladly send in any test or whatever you want.
What a
But
primitive.
you also have polymorphism in play. So Trick, Hurricane, Blitz, same gene, different polymorphic expressions of it.
Oh, my
I
favorite
know
name.
everybody's
Sorry.
gonna probably hate on this, but I personally love Hurricane. I don't care if you want to call it Trick, Blitz, or whatever. I can take a Hurricane in a pile of Tricks and Blitz and be like, that one is the Hurricane. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because the polymorphic expression that Hans line bred out of those snakes, he never showed you the ugly ones. He only showed you the pretty ones that he line bred that had that specific trait with those big, drastic, uneven arm curls and like that checkered real dark belly, like he specifically looked for specific things, and he only kept the ones that met his requirements, and he only bred those ones back to ones which also met those requirements. Anything that came out looking like a Trick or a Blitz,
He sold.
he
Got
sold,
rid
or
of.
he cast aside. You know what I mean? And he only bred that line, and he isolated that polymorphic trait. And yes, genetically it's the same. Visually, far from the same, in my
Right.
opinion.
Right. Um, I get that. I mean, there's polymorphism it's a fickle bitch. Like, let's be real about it. Like it can be that drastic of a change between,
Right.
and that's
Or it could be something so subtle,
minute.
and
Like,
having to figure it out and pick it out, or is like just
yeah.
like red stripe.
Um,
Red stripe is a really hard thing to identify in a lot of combos. It's really hard to identify in a lot of combos.
when you're talking with codoms and a lot of combos with other codoms in it, it's impossible to see in some.
Yeah.
Like, that's why that was one of the first tests that came out. I mean, I never got into red stripe. I mean, it got its place. I don't want to mock it, but I
Yeah.
just never got into it.
I'm shooting for some red stripe, firefly, lace yellow belly clowns this year.
I mean, to be honest with you, like, I tried to do like not what Canova did, what he hadn't put out. I just was like turned away from the beginning. I mean, there's nothing wrong
Right.
with Canova or what Canova does. I just don't want to follow someone. I want to create my own path.
I just kind of go with what I got. What can
Right.
I make to advance myself? Because all the female visual clowns I produce this year, I don't care if it's a single gene clown, they're not going anywhere because I have plans and I have other heads tied into them, and that's just the way it is this year. You know what I mean?
Right.
Pretty
I mean,
much all the males will be gone because I've got plenty of males. You know what I mean?
I
That are
kept
already,
every female that I made last year, just about. Like my first
yeah.
year, I sold 2 females, and it's just because they were het pieds. I just didn't want to work no more pieds. Like, so, but anything hypo or clown or hypo clown that I got, it stayed here. It ain't going nowhere.
And then I love blackhead. That's pretty much my jam.
Blackhead's cool. Blackhead's cool. I would say that.
I love blackheads. These are double het hypopide blackhead voodoos from last year.
Blackhead voodoo.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the gene Bob Vu come out with.
Yeah,
That they're
it's
saying
the granite gene.
the granite gene. It's the same
Yeah,
as Grim
it's
or
a
whatever.
black granite import gene. It came from Outback as well. I mean, this one's in shed, obviously. That's why it's so dull. But
You know why I mock pieds a little bit? Because you can't tell what's in them. Like, you could have a pied that has 2 genes in it that looks the same as has 6 genes. And I want to be able to tell the people that I sell snakes to 5 years down the road, this is what it is. And I don't think I'm going to be able to do that with pieds. So that's why I just don't want to get into pieds.
Look, there's some darkness for you.
They're awesome snakes. Like,
Damn, that's nice. What is that?
This is blackhead leopard in voodoo.
Oh, damn.
nice. Get that
And I know the
asphalt pied
black
out.
here. I know that black here is dark, so I'm sure in person it's
Oh,
even
this
darker.
thing is so crispy dark. It almost looks like a white lip python on its head. It's like black is black on top with a white.
It looks
white
pretty
lip.
dark.
Oh yeah, it's super
That's what I'm
nice.
saying. On the camera, it looks dark, so I can only imagine in person it's got to be way darker than that.
See, someone agrees with me. Thanks, Jim. Yeah, but they might not have all the codoms that you have in it. They don't. I mean, the other recessives and stuff. Yeah, but they don't have all the codom tests yet.
You talking about this one, Ken?
Yes.
Bam.
Yes. Look at that thing. I would love to make pies that look like that.
Yeah, this is the RK asphalt. It really brings like that dark, crispy outline to everything. It leaves a lot of the side patterning. It is definitely the superior asphalt line, if you ask me. I mean, like I said, it's all going to test asphalt, but it's visually different. You can throw an RK asphalt down in a pile of asphalts, and I'm going to say that's the one. You know what I mean?
Right.
It turns all these nice golden tones, like see the back stripe. Just highlights everything.
That is insane.
This one actually belongs to Sammy.
Sammy the bull, you're
Bull
getting that.
pythons.
You're
Oh, so
getting a banger
Sammy
there.
said he's sending it to me?
So, shit, she's 400 grams now, probably. She's
Oh, yeah, you don't even have to put her in a box.
She slams.
I'm right
She
here in
slams
Florida.
wieners.
Okay, so in your opinion, how do you think that guy got his line of asphalt to look that good?
He imported it from Europe. He imported some weird asphalt combos and a freeway from Europe that looked like a super asphalt. But when he paired it out, it didn't prove super asphalt. It proved to be a freeway. So like the freeway combos are.
Look at this. Watch this one.
The freeway combos are insane. This is just a freeway. I mean, I'd put it against any super asphalt. But this is just a yellow belly RK asphalt.
It's asphalt. Her ass and your fault. Asphalt.
Last I checked, the way it's spelled is asphalt.
Sundog
Just
Serpents
like you put down outside.
Sundog Serpents actually won one of these in a charity auction a couple weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then I have the male. He's locked right now with a leopard specter female. I went and checked on him earlier, so hopefully there'll be some like RK pavement combos or leopard RK pavement or
nice.
We'll see.
What up, Nick?
I'm gonna be pairing him to a orange dream yellow belly female that I actually got from Sundog.
What up, dude? That's my homie Nick.
Here in about a month or so.
Make sure you go follow him.
12 millimeters. What else do we got here? Here's a cool one, but he's a feisty guy.
He's a feisty one.
This is actually a paradox.
Pressure P in the house. Ooh.
He's a highway paradox pied.
That almost looked typo in that paradox.
No, that's highway. That's highway.
That's highway all day on the paradox. Look at that highway paradox.
Yeah. This is a yellow belly. This is a yellow belly pied that caught a highway paradox.
Okay, so that's a yellow belly highway that you're seeing right there. Then that's definitely 1,000% because I have one sitting in the drawer and that's for sure. Look at that line pattern and everything to me.
Oh yeah,
that's insane. That's crazy. That's a keeper there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
like
not really.
It isn't like you're gonna produce it again off of that animal, but it's still as sick as fuck.
Look how thick that black is.
Yeah.
And that dorsal. That is just sick.
So yeah. I don't. This one. I don't know. This one I don't know. Because this one came from a RK. This one came from a RK freeway het pied to a highway pied. So the chances of it being whatever that is, a road rage or whatever. I mean, like it could be like just triple paradox. Technically, it could be yellow belly, asphalt, and gravel paradox. I mean, it could be. It could have the RK in it. I mean, that's why he's kind of still around, because all that real dark highlighting and those gold blushes in that thing.
That's like a half-inch thick.
Yeah, he's interesting, so he kind of hung around.
I don't blame you.
For sure, I'd keep it too. What up, AAP?
I would love to see somebody land like get the paradox shit down pat.
Like how to do it.
They get a group. It wouldn't even be how to do it. If you just find like a male and a female that every time you pair, you're gonna get a paradox out of it. You know, like therefore you can just run it and then et cetera, et cetera. But
is that from the same line, Josh?
Yeah, you get these. It's just so black, and it leaves it like all the way down.
Yeah, right.
Look, it
Just
leaves
chilling,
it
brother. Just chilling.
Back. And it kind of like golden blush tones out the whole back stripe.
Damn.
I'd like to have a good chimera. Chimera.
Chimera.
Chi. I know how to say it, but I look at the word and my brain wants to say chi, but it's chi.
I might pair this guy up to something.
Okay,
it's
that's
like 470 grams.
Clown something. What's all in there?
Chocolate pastel.
Chocolate
pastel.
Yeah.
I like chocolate.
I like those drips on that.
So wait, there's no clown in that whatsoever?
This is
clown.
This is chocolate pastel clown. Yeah.
Okay. I'm about to say okay. I was right when I said clown. Then.
He's got the dopest head stamp in the game. Let me see if I can get him there.
He's gonna light you up.
No, he's not. He's a good boy.
Oh, that's pretty cool. For a pastel, I usually don't like their heads, but I like the head of that snake.
It's an alien. He literally has an alien head on his head.
It's like a mask almost, like an Iron Man mask or something like that.
It looks like
a
whatever
face for the eyes and shit, you know?
Oh yeah.
Nick, I actually like a pastel
it's a
clown.
Snake head on top of a snake head.
I don't know what else I got in here. Yeah, some cinnamon super gravel.
Oh heck yeah! Come on now. Look what the cinnamon did. Look what the cinnamon did. Yeah,
I know.
It took all like cinnamon's powerful. Like cinnamon pie, you're gonna get like just a head color and all white snake, you know.
Yeah.
But you throw pinstripe in there or something like that, and then you're gonna get your saddles back on the pie. But yeah,
this one's got a little paradox on his neck too, a little tiny one.
You can see that cinnamon definitely taking over in there. That's
oh yeah.
Sweet. What's up, Nicky?
What's up, Nicky?
Easy, Nick.
I'm gonna pair that guy. I'm gonna pair that guy to a RK Freeway female next year too for some cinnamon road rage RKs. Or I also mess around with the LSR yellow belly line. It used to be called the Axis Gene.
Yep.
You know, it does a little different stuff than yellow belly, you know, normally would do. So
right.
It tends to darken up stuff too and throw a lot more hard black contrast. So
I'd say doesn't it tend to throw I'd say doesn't it tend to throw more black contrast?
Bosa.
I would say doesn't it tend to throw more black contrast?
Yeah, it throws a lot more black contrast. The ivory form of the LSR is more like a gray. It's more like a light grayish colored snake. It doesn't really get like those purple and orange kind of undertones like a normal ivory would. It's very like a muted gray colored snake.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, so I'm gonna play around with that with the RK stuff a little bit and try and do some more like exclusive lines of different stuff. Because I know there's another one. I think it's called like TK Yellow Belly or TKS or something Yellow Belly too. Jerry Repcon has isolated that polymorphic expression that it does really cool shit, and I would like to get a little bit of that too to play around with the Freeway project with the darker genes. Because
but I'm in control over here, Eric. So don't forget that. I might be outnumbered, but I got the power.
Hey, what are you doing with your hair tonight? You better get you a hair tie or something.
I didn't get
What's going on?
Like,
Look, and he blacked himself out.
But he said he had the power.
I mean,
He
like
had the power.
Stan
good,
does too. Stan's got the power as well.
good clean yellow belly is good clean yellow belly.
I had
That's
to,
good
brother.
clean
My
yellow
bad.
belly.
I set myself up. I was talking shit. I set myself up for it.
He
What
said,
else is in there,
"Oh
though, more than
man,
just
I don't
yellow
have
belly?"
the power."
Sometimes
what's
you talk
more in there?
shit, you
'Cause
get burnt.
There's more than just yellow belly in there. So what else is in there?
This is
Much
yellow
love,
belly.
brother.
This
Much
is yellow
love.
belly,
Nothing
pastel, extreme gene, double het clown pied.
Okay, I
Nice.
can see the pastel in there for sure. See the yellow.
What up,
belly.
David?
but. David, hold on. I'm getting over there. What up, dude?
These are all
I'd been
just
on that
holdback.
sooner if Stan didn't throw me backstage.
It ain't Bob Marley. Look, when he sits back, it looks like a fro he's got going on here. Like he don't even know what he's got. Like he's from Star
Well, it's the
Wars.
ear
I was
muff.
gonna ask
It's
him
the
before
ear
I was
muff.
gonna ask him earlier before we started the live if he actually had a wig on. I'm gonna be completely honest.
It's the ear
Then he
muffs
leaned
that it's
forward,
making.
and when he leaned forward, I was like, "Okay, it's his hair."
There, see, it's normal. It's not that bad. It's the earmuffs poking it out.
You're pulling Star Wars tonight, is what you're doing.
I don't know if you can tell the color, but this is a black. This is a black pastel sandblast.
Okay. Oh wow. Really?
So it really, really changes the color of it.
What's up, Billy?
What up, Billy?
So what's the
What's up, Billy?
sandblast?
Stopping in?
Explain to me.
Nice
Is
to
the
see
sandblast
ya.
one gene or is that two genes put together or what?
No, sandblast is this is
What up, Lecca?
this is black pastel
What's
sandblast.
up, Logan?
But sandblast is a incomplete dominant. That's how you make your urban camos. What's that other one everybody loves? It's silver bullets.
Because this is the first time I'm hearing about sandblast. I'm not gonna lie.
Sandblast is okay.
It's been around.
A super black pastel sandblast het pied is an urban camo.
Okay.
Okay. And then there's, multiple variations of it as well. But there's one that like lesser sandblast
Phil?
super black pastel is
Phil,
what I
up,
think
dude?
it is. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but I know I got one somewhere around here. Give me a second to hunt through drawers. And there she is. So this is a black pewter sandblast. So when you hit pastel with sandblast, it just completely abolishes pattern.
It abolishes. Yeah. I see what it's doing. It's kind of almost like a calico effect.
Just like it
Yeah,
says, sand
very
blast.
much.
Take a sand
But
blaster and blast
like-
paint off.
It just blasts away pattern.
That's pretty cool. And then you still get pattern in between, so that's why it's
You get bits and pieces here. I mean, in single form, it looks just like a really bright pastel almost.
Okay.
But when you put it with just about anything, the pattern just gets wiped out, or it really, really lightens everything and almost kind of like takes the bottom edge of it and wipes it away all the way across the belly.
But still gives you pattern in between though. Like calico will blemish it all the way from like mid body all the way to tail. You know what I'm saying? Like that's actually giving it blemishes spotted it out throughout the snake. So you still get pattern in between blemishes, more shall I say.
Well, you got Eddie's. So you got Eddie's calico that he shipped out last year that looked like calico, and the people hit him up today and asked him what was going on because now the only thing that looks calico is the head and tail, and the rest of it looked like BPI Exanic.
Stay hydrated,
Completely
my friend.
changed the whole snake changed except for the head and the tail.
You guys want to see my all junior
Blow your mind.
last year?
Sure, bring it out.
This thing.
Was it an all gene or what?
This is a clown.
Okay.
But it's a firefly, leopard, blade, spider, possible spot nose, possible red stripe, possible yellow belly.
Well, that's where all the patterns gone from everything right there. You can't tell what that thing is.
Spider, leopard, blade.
Sounds like a whole lot of possible testing going on there.
But I mean, this could possibly be Firefly, Red Stripe, Batman, Spider Batman,
Spider Blade Batman.
Yeah, Spider Blade Batman. You're correct. Yes, this could possibly be.
David said soup clown.
It's got so much going on. There were so many genes in the pairing, and I can't tell if it caught it all. You know what I mean? Like it just wiped it clean. But this thing has gotten insanely brighter since the day it hatched. Like it just keeps getting brighter and brighter. It almost looks like it's going to turn almost like solid white.
Wow.
Yeah, that's weird.
It just has that little tiny lead fucking stripe down the backbone right there.
Look at that. Sandblast, the wannabe black pewter gene.
Yeah.
They're talking some shit.
Well, pretty much anybody that works Sandblast only works it with black pastel because they're shooting for urban camos. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's the only thing that really sets aside Sandblast from anything is that's the only way you can make urban camos.
Right.
Hey, Billy, I'm still waiting for that email for the Patreon, Billy.
And I chased it for a while, and I gave up. Let's see, I worked that project, the Urban Camo project, for 4 years straight and paired multiple ways of hitting it with cinnamon, black pastel, blackhead. I tried all kinds of stuff, and I just kept getting deformities, whether it was shark jaw or a kink or a corkscrew. I mean, it was always something. Out of eight visuals that I hit in 4 years, I had one viable. You know what I mean?
Okay, so that was a struggle for sure.
Yeah.
I got you.
And that's kind of how it rolls, though. Like you want to keep hitting it. You were determined, and you got to go through the.
Josh said, "Give up." Josh. Right. Josh said, "Josh, give up."
This one's in heavy shed, but here's a black pewter sandblast pied. You see, it's nothing but a head stamp, and it blasts out behind that stamp. It just washes everything, and it's just a white snake.
Right.
Almost like cinnamon. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Don't give up, he meant. Don't.
Right.
Let me see if
I still have some. I still have some parts of it, but I've sold off a lot of the main like breeder and stuff that I was running with it. Because man, what really broke me last year is I hit a hypo calico urban camo. So it was super black pastel, sandblast, hypo, calico. And it was just, oh my God, drop dead gorgeous. And it was like, yes, I've been trying for so long. And that thing in the egg looked perfect. You know what I mean? I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Here it is. You know what I mean? Like my pride and joy of this project. Here it is. Crawls out the egg, head completely corkscrewed upside down. Just completely corkscrewed. Couldn't eat. Just done. Just done. And it was just like, as soon as I seen it crawl out, I was like, I'll never try for an urban camo again. And that was it. That was it.
Okay, check it out. Blow it up, Ken. This is what that snake looked like last year.
A calico?
Yeah, you see it, right?
All right, that looks like calico.
You see that, right?
Yeah.
Calico OD calico inchy maybe, or just OD?
I think it was OD calico.
OD did that. OD.
Yeah, hold on.
Nice line of OD.
Yeah, OD had the power to do that.
Ready? Ready? This is what it looks like now.
No,
Oh,
that
yeah.
ain't the same snake.
I kid you not. Eddie,
Thanks,
you in
Phil.
the chat, Eddie? Eddie, you in the chat? OD Calico Inchy, he said right there. He's in the chat.
OD Calico
OD
Inky. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, well, that snake wasn't that color. That's a year later. Only thing that's left that looks calico is the head and the tail.
The thing about calico too is sometimes like it'll slightly express itself in babies, and like as that thing gets older, like more and more speckling, more and more white shows up.
You know what did that to that? You know what did that to that snake, right?
Thanks for stopping by, Billy.
Later, Billy.
It was a
Hope you have a
special
great night.
eclipse.
It was that
It was a
special eclipse.
it was a special eclipse that did it.
Is that a booby?
Hold on.
It was a special eclipse.
Here's a super OD Calico Inchy yellow belly.
Nice.
Woo.
Nice.
Like, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, look at the belly on that, and then you can see everybody always thinks it's pet for pod.
Yeah.
Almost, but it's the Inchy and the Calico.
Did you take that out? Did you take that outside yesterday at like 3:07? Because at 3:07, yeah, 3:07 yesterday would have seen the special eclipse, and then yours would change in a year or two.
Yeah, right. Well, no, that to me is a clean ass snake. You know what I'm saying?
I think they might have been doing some camera tricks
even
or something.
on the
What, on that picture?
Yeah, but I'm just messing around. I don't actually think that.
I was gonna say.
I'm just pulling a low blow somewhere.
I was about to say because Eddie's up in the chat now.
Right.
Yeah, Eddie, I think they're pulling your leg. They're doing some camera angles and tricks with that thing.
I got another one for the haters here.
Oh, we're gonna love this.
Yeah, because everybody hates banana, right?
Low key, Eddie, I tried to buy that back.
Right?
that was leopard, banana, what?
Banana, chocolate, leopard,
Leopard. Okay.
yellow belly, Gaia. Look,
Gaia.
Franklin
Yeah, look
with
at
all
this.
those jeans like
Look
that.
at this. Look at this flame. Look at that flame. Woo.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Woo.
That Gaia gene, I looked into it. It's interesting.
It's cool, man. It does all this like whole back weird cypressy type stuff.
Yep.
It puts all those like holes in it and like does figure eights and weird.
Eric, I thought your
stuff in the
favorite was
pink
Coral
backdrop.
Glow, Eric.
But if you get real close, you see that's not really like pink. It's like a caramelly color. You see the chocolate with the banana turned all the pink, almost like a weird light brownish chocolate color.
That is weird.
Especially like right there around
I
the
just
belly.
messing
See?
around.
Have you noticed that all the frecklings in the dark spot too, and not on the yellow spots?
Yeah, it's all
on the
contained
dark
inside that darker area.
That's crazy to me.
Bosa says you could send it. He has nothing wrong with banana down there. He likes it down there in Florida and Miami.
Oh, yeah. Well, this one's going to go into the RK asphalt stuff too.
Nice.
So, because it'll be leopard, yellow belly, Gaia, chocolate, RK, freeway. Who knows?
Wow.
But it's for the banana haters.
What a dynamic.
What up, Jason?
The banana haters. That sounds like a rock group or something. The banana haters.
That chocolate turned all the like oranges and stuff you would get around the head to like that weird caramel color, and all the pinks have that weird. It's like almost the inside outline of chocolate color that runs inside the pink with all the speckles. It just
Banana's on it.
It was cool.
Look, here's another picture of that same snake.
Either. Sweet.
That head freaks me the fuck out.
That's
Look at that thing.
Look at how the head
good lines of high white calico, man. You get those and you keep them.
So you think it's the calico doing that, just stripping everything away as it gets older?
Well, the calico, the calico is pushing out hard in that stuff. Plus the
Well, it's
OD,
like he
the
said,
OD,
it's the high
What's up,
the
white
OD
Casey?
kind of stretches and warps and lightens everything too. So it's just helping that calico creep its way right on up. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's
it
like he
creeped
said-
over the whole snake.
Yeah.
It's like he said, it's that high white calico, so it's almost
Plus-
doing like it's almost doing like an Xanthic would do, and still pepper it all the way up. But still
Plus you have
taking that color
inchy.
tone.
You have inchy, which is reducing the pattern and brightening the color as well. So I mean, all that reduction has to fill in with something, and it's filling in with white. You know what I mean? Like
Yep. Makes sense.
It's definitely nice. There's a lot of nice
Crazy.
OD inchy calico combos that are really, really nice.
OD and Inchy just go with calico well.
What's up, Casey?
This guy, I'm waiting on his shed to come back.
What we got there?
This is Black Peter Clown, but he's 100% het for hypo and 66% het for ultra male. So
Look at that!
I sent
Almost
his.
looking like a sunset clown almost. That's insane.
Yeah, it's a real nice example of the Black Peter. It held a lot of the pattern. A lot of time it likes to wash out all this stuff, and
All right.
he got really good expression. I know he's 100% het for hypo, so hopefully the ultra male proves out. I got a notice a few days ago
You're not there.
that said they had received it, so hopefully it won't be long. And
That's
then
cool.
That'll decide on him, but he's fucking 650 grams. He's ready to breed. I just haven't paired him. I haven't paired him anything until I figure out, exactly what's going on, and it might change my direction with him.
You can get diabetes static. Better watch out, Eddie, having that sugar lurking.
Yeah, I got some calico out in the shed too.
He got a little bit of everything. Bang.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm trying to weed out het breeding. So hopefully this year will be the last double hets and triple hets and the visual double hets that I'll need for my project. So
right.
I'm gonna hold back a bunch of visual stuff this year that I produce and get rid of some het breeder females probably after the season's over. And kind of go that course, because I've already got hets and projects from a couple years ago holdbacks that are going to be ready next year that are going to replace the hets anyways that I have. So like I said, I've got probably 35 snakes that I'm not even going to breed this year. They're just going to sit in a rack and eat because I don't have the other piece.
Right. You need a piece to it.
If it makes sense. I've bred these hets in and these hets in. Now I have to breed this and that way, and get these other hets and visuals tied in, and then be able to pair those two compatibly to produce a 5 or 6 with already three guaranteed visuals coming either way. You know what I mean?
Right. You want to be able to put your visuals to the hets and make those visuals right on the back end of it, and still have some hets maybe on the back end too, So
you're right. So now I'm working on actually producing single and double visuals that are carrying multiple hets, so that when I do pair back to the shit I've already bred, I'm gonna produce at least doubles or triples.
Yep.
At minimum, you know what I mean? Carrying other hets that are possibilities that I'll have to test out for.
Working your way towards them quads, pretty much. Working your way towards them quads.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got a super OD hypo G stripe that I'm pairing to a hypo clown this year. So I'll have visual OD hypo double het clown G stripes this year. So that'll be like my first visual into a triple project. So it'll be a single visual double.
Fuck yeah.
And then,
nice.
I'll have to breed that into other stuff and tie other hets into it and then go back at it in 3 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when you get your females
up.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. It works.
That's how the cookie crumbles. That's how the cookie crumbles.
Patience, patience, patience.
So, especially if you're trying to stay true to your line. I mean, I could outsource pieces that I need right now. You know what I mean? But
you don't want to. You got the genes that you want to work.
Well, it's not that. I have like specific. Like I said, I'm kind of weird and picky. There's like specific shit that I see that's like slightly different, and I'm like, okay, well that's a little different. You know what I mean? Let's see if I can bring that out.
That's how I picked every snake that I bought. It had something different. And some people were like, well, you don't know if it's something or just polymorphism. You're sitting there banging your head off the wall, and you're absolutely right. But sooner or later, I'm going to figure it out.
Even if it is polymorphism, you can isolate a trait through breeding. You know what I mean? You might run that pairing 3 or 4 times, but and only get 2 or 3 out of 27 babies that actually caught that same look. You know what I mean? But if you took those 2 or 3 out of them 27 and you just kept them and you only bred them and only kept everything off of them that looked like that, you can literally isolate that polymorphic trait.
I got a het clown. I think it's a het clown. Looking
That's
at
how
its
a lot
body,
of these genes are getting called other stuff.
Right. I made a clown last year, or het clown. I don't know what it is. If you look at its body, you'll go, yeah, that's clown all day. Teardrops all down it.
I've seen that one.
Yeah, but I don't know what the fuck it is. Like,
but it's got an eye stripe.
You know what I mean? It got an eye stripe. But the eye stripes are like up here, but they're curving like back here. They're doing something funky. I mean, I think it's just the placement of it. I'm getting it shed tested to see if it's clown or het clown. You know, just to know.
I think you should just run the panel, and I bet you'd be surprised they came back Krypton or something.
I don't think it's Krypton because I got one baby that don't fit. Like if I would judge these two, they look like Kryptons. But then I got a black pastel that proved out double het that looks nothing like a Krypton. I have nothing to base that on. So if its mother was het cryptic, it will either be a clown or Krypton because it was bred to a clown. So I'm like, no, that throws that out. It can't be Krypton because of that snake. And I thought it was. I was like, God damn it, I got Krypton. Look at these things. They're Kryptons. These are fucking Kryptons. I was convinced. And then I said, oh shit, I forgot about this one. They're not Kryptons. Why am I even testing for it? Because they're not. And
listen, if you're gonna pay for 1 or 2, if you're gonna pay for 2 genes, you might as well pay for all 22.
Right.
Each single gene is $65. The whole 22 panel is $120.
Yeah, it's 120. Yep, exactly.
Every snake that I send off is full panel. Yeah, I mean, like, just do it, because you never know what you got sleeping in there. There's genes that cover up stuff and hide stuff, and you could have like 5 genes in there. It happens all the time. People pair normal that they bought somewhere that's just supposed to be a normal with something else, and poof, here's clowns or hypos or pies, you know, like.
Right.
It happens.
Yeah, well, just like that leopard Mojave, the other one I made, or 2 people said it's leopard Mojave, but if you look up leopard Mojave, it don't look like that snake at all. But look up trick leopard Mojave, it kind of looks like a trick leopard Mojave.
I don't know.
I think I might have trick floating.
Were you in here when I showed off the super form of my digger?
You are a trick, Ken.
Used to be. I'm not much anymore. I'm just pretty relaxed. But, I mean, 20 years ago, you'd call me a trick.
Did you see her, Justin?
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's the super form of my dinker.
Look at that belly.
Look at that zipper.
Zip.
Damn.
So it pretty much takes all the alien heads and just leaves these high black spikes.
Yeah, so it look like spikes.
So let me ask you this: how many times have you ran it through multiple projects, or?
I have it in leopard. I have it in black pastel. I have it in het pied. I have it in het hypo. I have single gene stuff of it.
Okay, cool. Cool. Really cool.
I think total over 7 years, I think I have about 20, maybe 25 that I've actually kept that were like Yes,
I'm gonna
this is
pay
it.
one.
No doubt in my mind. You know what I mean? This is it.
So you've been running this for a long time, and this isn't like something that popped up.
2013 or 14, something like that. 2014.
Wow.
I got the original import, and it just really looked like a nice dorsal pattern female. You know what I mean? It just had like a dark black dorsally pattern to it, and I was like, okay, this is cool. And like I kind of bred it, and I started breeding it, and then it took me this girl I produced 3 years ago. So it took me 5 years to make a super.
That's wicked. That is actually really insane.
It's decent. It's definitely. I think he's onto something. I think he has isolated something, anyways.
And you would think like super
really
inchy. You would think super inchy with the islands, but then you still have belly pattern.
But look how I don't know if you can really tell how it's glowing, but like the whole back stripe of it just glows.
See, it's outlined in a lighter brown for sure.
Yeah, it's more highlighted.
I mean, look right there.
Yeah, it's highlighted. It's highlighted for sure.
And it does that around all the patterning. It highlights itself gold. Pretty neat.
Thank you, Stan.
And for it to have a zipper belly like that, that's tripping me out. That's insane.
Yeah, and like all the alien heads just go away. You know what I mean? You're left with just this black spikes that come from the bottom.
The aliens went away.
And then boom. All the way down the center of that belly.
That's just nuts.
So may I ask how you got into this dinker gene?
I bought it from Outback.
Okay.
It wasn't anything special. It was just, wild grab baggy type stuff.
Okay.
It just ended up doing something,
Lucky grab bag.
From an Outback grab bag is definitely a lot of possibilities there, and a lot of not possibilities there. But you've ran it for how many years? You have
7 years. I've had it for 7 years.
And you have a lot of other stuff that's in, and you have the super form. So to me, like, keep doing your thing, bro. And you seem like you're really on this. So don't stop.
She's the one I was just showing, the super form. She's pairing to a hypo clown this year, so I'll have some double
back out now.
Stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of worried because it's such a dorsal reduction type gene, and it does so much dorsally stuff that it's going to be a little lackluster in clown. Yeah, I still have the original mama.
So have you figured out if it's an incomplete code? Incomplete.
It's incomplete. It's incomplete dominant.
Okay, cool.
So
what up, GG?
It comes through definitely visual, but the super form just takes all the visual and like wipes it out and just leaves like the back pattern visual.
So have you gotten rid of throughout the 7 years to 8 years? Have you gotten rid of a lot of these? Is there a lot out there, or what?
My little like 9-year-old nephew has one of them.
Okay.
I gave one to a friend of mine too. That's about it. I think there's 2 of them in existence besides the ones that I have. And they're not.
You think your nephew would want to do a trade?
So like,
how can Justin get his hands on something like this?
So like, tell your nephew there's some really nice bicycles these days. Electric ones.
The single genie stuff just kind of does this. It does like a back pattern that zigzags down it, and it does like these little like weird blank spots with like open floating alien heads.
That's crazy. That's weird how it's doing that.
It does like these weird, like where it breaks them apart into three separate alien heads in certain areas, like little mini alien heads, and stretches some of them out, mushrooms some of them. Like it does all kinds of. I can't read the comments. I'm on StreamYard, not YouTube. Eric, thank you very much.
It does definitely look kind of like, it's crazy, kind of like Adder, but it's like doing a way like how it's doing that back stripe like that, zigzaggy all the way up like a worm. Like that's insane.
Yeah, But see the eye stripe, it does like a fat devil horn on the head. Like it really,
It does.
it really, it goes back, gets fat, and then that little eye piece wraps up on top of the head. Yeah, he's not gonna come up right. See, almost like little horns, and then it gets a little black teardrop. We noticed that earlier. Underneath the eye, there's like a little black spot on almost. Since Stan noticed it, I've looked at them all, and they all have that little weird black line.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
I got a couple snakes that have that are just single gene gravel. My single gene gravel has it.
Right. I'm not saying that that's anything, but Stan pointed it out earlier. He was like, "Oh, look, it's got a black teardrop," and then I went to looking at all of them. They all have it.
Nice, Sammy.
The only reason I said that, if you read about, like I said, if you read about clown, that's how they figured out that's what clown was.
I'm gonna be out in my snake room tomorrow, picking up every snake I got, looking for little teardrops on their face.
Go into clown and read. Go on Morph Market. Go to clown and just read the description, and it'll tell you the whole thing about clown, how they founded it from the teardrops underneath the eyes.
I think
they figured
everyone
it was something different, and they paired them up, and then boom, they wind up getting clown visuals out of it.
Here's a weird one. This one's Orange Dream GHI pied.
Man,
why are you showing my holdback?
What up, Madman?
Madman. Ain't seen him around in a while. Hope you're doing well, bro.
Another male snake. It's pretty much what I got in here is like some males that are like about breeding size and a lot of the holdbacks from last year. These are like some of the males from the year before and the holdbacks from last year.
All right.
And then they stay inside because I give them a little more attention. They get fed on different days. They get fed a little more on different days than the ones outside. So I try not to incorporate the rats and stuff out there with the more intense feeding that goes on in here, because they get them every 5 days in here until they hit 250 grams, and then I cut them back to 7 until they hit like 600, and then I usually switch to 10 days.
That's kind of what I do.
Yeah,
but my males,
they really need more food and nutrients in that developmental stage of life. Either way,
right? My males will only eat like every 2 to 3 weeks. Like they don't even want to eat every week. I'll offer some of them food every week if I'm planning on putting them into breeding. You know what I mean? Soon, and they won't eat it. Like they don't want it. Well, Josh,
Grizzly.
Grizzly,
is that a new gene?
I don't know what Grizzly is.
I don't know. That's what I was saying. Like they come up with so many new genes.
I see this Grizzly Yellow Belly GHI. It's 7 Gs.
Damn.
7,000. Get out of here. See, I just don't think.
Tell you what I read.
I literally have been doing this since 2012, and I hear of a new gene like at least once a week.
I just don't think it's worth like investing that much money in an unknown.
I really feel like it takes 10 years to say you have something. If you can't put in 10 years into that project and have enough backbone behind you and animals behind you to say, bullshit, my shit's real, it's new, it's not that, it's not that, it's not that, it's not that, and here's the proof. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? You shouldn't just come out and say it's new.
I show mad respect for the fact that you're working this Dinker project for 7 to 8 years now, and you're still not like pushing out on anybody. You haven't, you know. I really mad props. So when you do come out with and you say, "Hey, I named it. What the fuck this is?" I'll be right there on your back supporting you 1,000% because you ran that project and you spent the time and you didn't do like the rest of these guys. Like, oh, I think I have some of the first project, and now hey, here's Joe Smo over here with fucking guys, you know, like.
I got the G.I. Joe gene.
I treated it like a science experiment at first. I like trial and error, a lot of stuff. Like I play with incubation temperatures a lot. You know what I mean? And I've got 4 incubators. I'll run one at this temp and one 2 degrees hotter and one 2 degrees colder, and put an egg from the same clutch in each one of them, and literally like see what I come up with. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then like.
No Diddy, Wiz, no Diddy, Wiz.
No Diddy, Wiz.
No Diddy, no doubt.
No Diddy.
But no, for sure. Like I
it just started out as me trying. I was only a couple years into it. You know what I mean? And when I got hold of them dinkers, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna see if I can do this. I'm gonna see if I can isolate that trait that I like. You know what I mean? I'm gonna see if I can isolate and enhance that back pattern. See what happens. And then like when I ran the original mama back to her son the second year, like shit went crazy. I was getting like extraordinary looking animals. Like, oh my God, what is this? And like everything's like super enhanced and like outlined, and like the blushings are going crazy. I'm getting these black spikes that are running up the sides of stuff. And I was like, okay, well maybe this is something. So then I was like, okay, well how can we enhance that? I know leopard would probably look good with those black spiky things. And you know what I mean? I tried pairing it into some leopard and yellow belly stuff just to make sure it wasn't anything allelic with any kind of yellow belly complex, because I was checking that off the list.
See, that's
I was checking it off the list.
Checking it off.
So,
Yep.
I know it's not nothing yellow belly.
I
know it's not nothing that's in a 22 gene panel test from RGI.
Yep.
So, it could still be something. Like I have a couple weird kind of like shot in the dark theories. You know what I mean? Like it would have to be like a real extreme different polymorphic expression, but like some of the single gene stuff kind of looks Mario-ish.
Mario.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Or Jungle Woma.
If you could compare it, you work in this gene. If you could compare it to any other gene out there, what would you more likely compare it to?
In true single gene form, I would say closest would be like Mario, but
okay,
it's a lot dirtier. It's
well,
like
you can't have a super jungle Woma, so that checks that off the
yes,
list.
You can. Super Jungle Woma is a puzzle back, and it doesn't look anything like this.
Yep.
And it doesn't look anything like this.
Well, all right, maybe it's Woma. You can't have a super.
Yeah, no. But you see how dirty the side is? See how it's got all that yellow freckling?
Yep.
All around the bottom of it.
A lot of salt and pepper look almost, more or less, you say. Salt and pepper.
So the Mario is really clean. Like, I mean, really clean. It doesn't do any of this stuff.
Okay.
The Jungle Woma, some of it kind of does every once in a while, but not like as drastic. Like, look how yellow that is.
Yeah, that is
right.
That's different. That's awesome. Fucking hats off to you, bro. That is sweet.
I mean, I think I would, if I would have been that far into a project, I would be talking more about it. Dude's just playing it cool. That's what I think's awesome about it. He has this thing going. That's
a respect right there. Like,
I mean, you all know how the industry is. I mean, if I were to 2 years ago or 3 years ago when I hit that super, put it all over and been like, this is new, you know, like you'd have probably got shot down and blasted. That's why I'm saying I really feel like it takes 10 years. So in about 2 years, I'll probably let some go. That's how I feel about it.
I'll be hitting you up in 2 years.
I need my hands on some of this now. I gotta wait.
Put me on the list. Put me on the list.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in.
Where's your nephew at? Does he want to sell that snake? Come on, damn it.
He ain't that attached to it, is he?
Yeah, it's a pretty one too, and it's a double head clown pied.
Oh well, geez, come on now.
Yeah, I gave it to him last year. I was like, here, bud. I know he'll never breed it, and if he does, it's not going to be like he's trying to steal my gene or he's trying to produce something in front of me.
He's going to go to Uncle and say, help me breed this and make some college funds or something. You know,
listen, I gave it to him last year. I said in 2 years, if you wanna breed it and have some snakes, I'll have the male for it. You bring it back,
and it's a
you
female
can have,
too.
I even told him you can have the babies, and those babies will be worth a lot of money.
That could be your first car, college fund, whatever the fuck you want it to be. You know, help.
Who knows?
That's a good uncle, right?
And
there,
he's
man.
down in Florida too.
Yeah.
No,
he lives maybe 10, 15 minutes from me.
I'm just messing with you.
Listen, I give him the rats to feed it, so I know it's getting taken care of. I know.
Right.
Yeah.
And if I don't hear from him, I call him and say, "Hey, boy, you need a rat." Because I know it's feeding day. You know,
it's feeding day.
He does need that new bicycle.
So
whereabouts are you in Florida?
I am east of Orlando, west of Brooksville.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I'm kind of dead center in the state. Right on. I live like 301 and 50, where Highway 50 hits Highway 301.
Yep.
Like,
so you're about
I'm
2.5 for me. Standing at 2.5 for me, 3 hours for me.
Where are you at?
Jacksonville.
He's in Jacksonville.
Yeah, 3 hours.
3 hours. Let's say 2.5, 3 hours.
It depends on where in Jacksonville, because Jacksonville is a vast county.
Oh yeah,
He's this side really of Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'm more city.
He's closer. He's closer south to me.
I can hit 10 or I can hit 95 or 295. Literally, I got everything right where I'm at. I could literally go north, south, east, or like it's all right here with me, which is kind of nice. It's not too bad, but I could be in Georgia in 45 minutes to an hour, or I could be St. Augustine in an hour,
Right. I'm about
go over there and hit up at Japan.
You and 3.5 hours from Miami. I'm like dead center.
You're dead center then. You're definitely dead center.
Yep.
Yeah, you're 3.5 hours. It's 6 hours for me to Miami, so you're definitely 3 hours.
If I really pushed it, I could be there in 3. But
yep. Hey, it's still a good part, man. You can do a lot of what I love about Florida is I keep my bearded dragons out all year long. There's so many vast animals and so much stuff we could do in Florida and keep outside yearly almost.
We're working on it now. I've built a big turtle pond, and we're doing like a tortoise enclosure and a garden out there, and it'll all be like tortoise and turtle enclosure, the whole freaking front
If you're
yard.
in a bearded dragon, if you're ever in a bearded dragons, you could do a sweet bearded dragon enclosure. I have 2 females in one enclosure and 1 male in another enclosure, and they stay out all year long. Even wintertime, if I don't hit a little below 30, then I'll keep them out. It kind of go off your own perspective and walking outside and feeling it. But
as long as you have a heat source, either way.
Either way,
they'll huddle that heat source.
Well, the bearded dragons actually will go brumation, which is kind of sweet. So as long as you got like a cave for them to go into or a good covered zone for them to go into, they'll go in brumation and just sit, which is really cool. That's an experience to experience. Like the brumation part for me with bearded dragons was the craziest shit I ever experienced. Going out there thinking the bearded dragon might be dead and the thing's still breathing, but very slowly and just holding its it's crazy, the shit you see with brumation. And then it won't eat, it won't come out of its cave, it won't move. It's still, you can pull them out and bring them inside if you really think it's going to get close to temp. But that's experience for me. That was a really wild experience.
All right, well, we went way over the time. We 20 minutes over tonight, but this is an interesting show. No, this is interesting. I just keep going. But we didn't even ask you the one question that we ask everybody, and we got to ask you it.
Shoot it.
What superpower would you want to have if you could have any superpower that you could think of?
My superpower would be the ability to absorb other people's superpowers.
All right, well, what if it's a world full of non-superpower people? Then you're screwed.
Oh, well, theoretically,
you'll have to be weak with the rest of us.
You can't be special.
Yes.
You can't be special.
I would say invisibility would probably be the coolest one.
I'm on that board, and they call me a pervert for it. You know?
No, I'm not even perversion. Just to know what people are saying all the time.
Yeah, right. I could be that fly on the wall.
Just to be that fly on the wall sometimes, and really know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People's true intentions.
Yeah,
would be nice.
I mean, you could just pick that as a superpower, read minds, and then you know the truth about everything that people think about you.
The fly on
there's
the wall
a couple more advantages.
The fly swatter.
Yeah, but there's a couple more advantages, like you said.
Yeah, there's a couple more. I mean, if I wanted to go somewhere, I'd just walk right to the airport, get on a plane, and get in the cargo bay or something.
I'd never have to buy underwear again, or pants, or shirts.
I'm
After
with the teleportation, because like at the end of the day, I can just teleport into a vault real quick, get all the money I need, teleport my ass out.
That's a good one. I mean, I can't complain about that. I mean, teleport.
I'm going.
I mean, technically,
if you're invisible, you could damn near walk into the bank and into the vault without nobody knowing.
That's what I said. I didn't walk right fuck in.
The best way to do that would be like just get into the back of the bank truck whenever it got there. They wouldn't know,
right?
Yeah,
and then just let them drive off with all the money and get somewhere and take the truck. Because they wouldn't even
drive off with the truck.
Yeah, and then they'd be like, the fucking truck's driving itself. Like, look, it's on camera. Nobody's there.
Nobody's there.
And then when they find it, it's empty. And you ain't to be found because you're invisible, so you're good.
Well, they got cameras on them. They would just see the money bags disappearing. Because when we would touch it,
if you were hungry, just walk in and eat something. You know what I mean? I mean, nobody'd see you. I mean, like you wouldn't need money.
Why is that sandwich being picked up and then swallowed? Like what the hell?
It's just disappearing into thin air.
They'd be like, this is some Houdini shit. Whoever did this shit, this is some. They're gonna like pull out the masterminds on this one. They're gonna hit all the masterminds out.
It would be broadcasted everywhere. Like sandwich disappears in sandwich shop right in front of people's eyes, like happening daily around 12:30 at this restaurant.
Ken's hungry. Ken's here.
They wouldn't know it's me though. How would they know it's me?
Watch a money
driving off in your car.
It could be Josh too, because he would want to be invisible.
Yeah,
it wouldn't have to be me.
I mean,
partners in crime.
That's only in a world where I'm the only one that has superpowers. Now, there's other superpowers. My superpower is absorbing other people's superpowers. So, if you're invisible, I can take yours.
You got me.
I can take your invisibility and his teleportation and zip into a vault invisible. And zip back out with money.
And we're fucked.
Now I'm standing outside naked.
That's right.
I went broke in a month because I didn't spend it all because I lost my shit.
Exactly.
That's pretty shitty.
Too high.
So you have bearded dragons. You work with anything else, Ken, or are you strictly ball pythons?
Strictly ball pythons now. I've only been doing this for 2 years, so I wasn't. I mean, I had an iguana when I was littler, and I always thought it was cool. And then it got out and it climbed into the heating vent and died. And I just never really wanted to get another one because I felt bad because I killed it. Basically, it was my fault that it got out. Right. I thought I had it to the point to where it could just run around the house. Like it was running around the house and going in its like little heated area to use the bathroom. Like I had it basically potty trained. Like it wasn't going everywhere. It was like a month into it.
They're smart. They'll shit in the same spot. They will.
Yeah. It was like a month. I had it out running around my bedroom. I'd take it upstairs. It would run around. It'd eat breakfast with us. It'd sit right there on the table and we'd throw it its greens, And I was like, man, I got this thing trained. This is cool as shit. And then it just disappeared. And I found it like a month later, fried up into the heating vent downstairs. And it kept me away from getting into reptiles for the longest time because it was just like, I blamed myself. But then I got into it like 2 years ago because my daughter wanted to do it. And now it's just like, why in the fuck didn't I just stay into this? Because this is just too cool.
Right.
But I mean, I plan on getting some kind of lizards down the road.
I'm a ball python breeder, a reptile owner. We'll put it that way.
I'd like to get a green tree python to sit there and look at.
One or two of these, and one or two of those, and one or two of those, and one or two of those. I don't, really push that.
I have a farm over here. We got a parrot. I got a monitor now. I got crested geckos, gargoyle geckos.
I definitely want to monitor, but I don't know if I want to breed them.
I got a king snake. I want a black sailfin.
I want a black sailfin so bad.
I've got a gopher tortoise that stays out in the yard that dug a 8-foot tunnel in the
yard. I got leopard tortoises. I got hypomelanistic soft shells.
Oh heck!
I got crested geckos, lily white and white crown, Pangea white crown project. Cresties. I got leopard geckos.
How do leopards? Do you like the leopards a lot? Are they pretty simple, just like the cresteds, or what?
Yeah, they're really simple.
Yeah,
they're really simple. Cool. They don't take a lot. You can actually rack grow them, but mine have a big old 80-gallon tank, and it's two females that I bought 5 or 6 years ago at a reptile show, and they've been in that same cohabitated giant bioactive type tank together since I bought them. You know what I mean?
Right. You can cohabitate with them. So how many females could you put together? Pretty good.
You just don't want to leave a male with them because the breeding process is actually pretty violent in leopard geckos. So you don't want to just leave them in there to be overbred and beat up. You know what I mean? Because it definitely takes away from the quality of your animal.
Well, they're the same way with the cresties too now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cresties.
All my cresties are separate. They're right here.
So you do a 1-to-4 ratio pretty much when you do those, almost like a 1-to-4, 1-to-3 ratio almost is pretty much top what you could do.
Right.
Have you seen bearded dragons lock up? That's pretty violent.
That's violent. It's violent.
A lot of the lizard species, even the little anoles that run around outside. You ever see them run the female down and grab her by the back of the head and just
grab them. Yep.
Wrap all over her.
I had to split up my male and my female crestie the other night because I thought my male was going to bite her tail off.
Yeah.
He was lashed on her tail, half her tail in his mouth. I'm like, what
Luckily,
the hell?
knock on some wood, all of mine had their tail still.
So don't mine. That's why I split them up. I was like,
so delicate as to try and grow them to adults with tail still, because that's you hardly ever see cresties that have their full tails.
There's a way around it.
Yeah.
You're going to get it, woman.
There's a way around it to make them grow back.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my lily white's really nice. But I really like the white crown project from Pangea. It's so dark. The side of it's so dark. And then the head's white. So the contrast, when he fires up, is just so badass.
Yeah, I don't think society would go too well if we could throw women down like that and give it to them anytime we want. That wouldn't be polite. Yeah, it's a little wild tonight, dude. I didn't get a hair tie.
Yeah. It's not as easy when it's hooked to this pole to show stuff.
Right.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I got a harlequin, brindle, something or another down here too. I don't really label my cages. I have books, notebooks, names, and then I use the clutch. I use the clutch app on my phone.
Yeah, well, you need something to keep track of shit.
Clutch is the dummy version of Husbandry Pro, to be honest. It's not all spreadsheets and graphs and stuff like that. It's take a picture. What's your snake's name? Bam. Now it's in there. You know what I mean? And you can put the date of purchase, the weights, all that shit. You just click on the picture of your snake. Bam. You know what I mean? An update.
Yeah, I used Reptiles-Kenn for a while, so don't feel bad. Yeah. Reptiles-Kenn is just the same way almost,
And it's the same thing. When you want to pair, you just click pairing, A picture of your snake, a picture of your snake, bam, bam, and it does
Later,
it.
zombie.
It shows you
We
the
ain't gonna be on too
possibilities.
much longer.
Huh?
Later, Vince.
Yeah, you do.
All right. We can go whenever. It's way past my bedtime. I'm like an old man. I'm usually asleep by like 10. So.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty tired too. I was gonna let it go an hour and 30, and we just hit that. So
Okay.
heck yeah! Thanks for coming
So,
on, Josh.
Good time.
Hell yeah! You got anything else you want to tell the crowd out there? Now would be time to do it.
Don't let your meatloaf.
Don't let your meatloaf. Not a good idea.
Dang.
What
that.
Justin? You got anything to say before we go off tonight?
Not really. I'd say more or less just keep going, guys. Keep fighting. Don't give up for sure. It's going to be a struggle. This shit ain't easy, you know. You're going to have your downfalls and take those downfalls as an acclamation point and keep growing.
Hey, Jay.
So,
Hey.
What's up, fam?
Don't chase other people's passions. Chase yours.
That's the main thing right there. That's the main fucking thing. Chase your own passion. Don't follow every fucking body else.
What you got over there, Stan?
If you put in work and you stick to your guns, the money will come later. It'll come.
Yep.
Don't worry.
What you got over there, Stan?
That's where people
Josh, keep doing what you're doing, bro. Stay on that project, man. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I want to thank everybody tonight for coming out in the chat. Appreciate everybody, Justin. As always, I appreciate you, brother Ken.
Yeah.
And everybody out there, if you guys ain't US ARC members, come on. What are y'all doing?
What are you doing?
Come on, strength in numbers. So if you got one animal, you can afford it. You can get it for free, but if you can afford to stop at D&D once a week, you can afford the $40 a year to be a member.
For sure.
Tell Fred, happy birthday, Fred.
Happy birthday, Fred.
Love you, brother. Always.
Have a great one.
So please support US ARC and US ARC Florida, man. Appreciate everybody out there.
Thanks for coming on, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
Appreciate you, Josh.
Nothing but love.
Nothing but love, bro.
Thursday, RWO is on my channel, so we'll see you guys there. And come on, people, just be kind to people. Brian Barczyk said it. You know, now he's no longer here, so we got to say it. Shout out, Brian Strong. Be kind to people.
Be kind.
Shout out to the SoFlo.
SoFlo all day. You got Brian all day, no matter what. Brian all day too, but either way, like be kind to people. No drama. We got to help each other. It's got to be a community. We got to build and grow, prosper, not hate on people. Come on, guys.
If we don't see you here, we'll see you. You here? We out.